floods.
Philip Whitaker may sound like a broken record, but he is speaking to the tune of a broken system.
We took a hit. We took a big hit between the three floods. Cost us a lot of money.
It is not only taxing those with flooded homes, but it is also costing every other taxpayer. The National Flood Insurance Program has paid more than $6.1 billion to homeowners flooded in the 2015 Memorial Day flood, the 2016 Tax Day flood, and Hurricane Harvey. In some cases, the same homes flooded multiple times and received multiple NFIP payouts.
If you got a house that got the full value of $250,000 and you flooded 4 times, well, they paid you $1 million.
Repetitive payouts in zip codes that have been underwater several times over. Zip codes like 77079 in Memorial had more than $262 million in payouts. 77546 in Friendswood had more than $213 million, and 77084 on the west side, where the Addicks Reservoir sits, comes in just shy of $200 million. The Harris County Flood Control District says most of these events are unpredictable. Although the zip code 77096 in the Meyerland area might be the closest thing to an exception. You see, in the last 3 years, this area near Brays Bayou has absorbed so much damage that homeowners have received more than $444 million in flood insurance payouts.
There has not been enough money in the pipeline to purchase all the homes out there that need to be bought.
Congressman John Culberson represents part of the city's west side, hard hit by recent floods. He and colleague Congressman Gene Green say funding for government buyouts of flood-prone properties has been slow to arrive.
We're having some trouble getting Congress to respond to it.
Since 1985, more than 3,000 Harris County homes have been purchased by FEMA, the Flood Control District, and the Army Corps of Engineers. But the number of buyouts has come to a screeching halt in the past 5 years, with a total of just 121 homes bought out. Harris County Judge Ed Emmett says buyouts can take up to a decade.
We're still doing some buyouts that are left over from Ike, which was 2008.
But just last Friday, a ray of hope. Congressman Culberson helped secure $90 billion for Harvey relief in Washington, D.C. It's for programs including voluntary buyouts as well as for flood prevention.
There's enough money in this bill to build for the future.
Philip Whitaker agrees. Funding fixes is the only way to get homeowners to dry land.
It's a tragic situation in a lot of ways. I don't know that I have all the answers or any one person has all the answers, but the main thing is to do everything they can to prevent floods that are preventable.
Since Harvey, more than 3,500 property owners in Harris County alone have expressed interest in a voluntary buyout. And here's another startling statistic. More than 107,000 residential parcels remain within the regulated floodplain. Now, right now on click2houston.com, our interactive map shows neighborhoods with repeat flooding and how much each zip code has received in flood insurance payouts in the last 3 years. You can see those maps in the Investigate section, again, on click2.com. Now, Dominique and Bill, the key thing here, of course, is the announcements of the funding that we have seen here on Friday as well as today. Many families out there want to see that money yesterday. The fact is, they need to get that money in here as quickly as possible.
They're praying for buyouts because they're just up to here with flooding and over and over again, and they can't afford it.
And no doubt, but for some right now, it's almost like hitting the lottery because there's been just so few buyouts throughout this entire process.
Yeah.
And the process takes so long.
That's the issue here, Dominique. As you heard the judge say, it's going back 10 years.
10 years. Unbelievable. Thank you for that report, Mario. Well,